Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters. We would like to welcome all of you as we celebrate the second Sunday of Lent to the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, the Manila Cathedral. For those who may have listened or were able to at least join me last week's Mass for the first Sunday of Lent, sa mga nakarinig po ng humilya ko, we meditated about Lent as a place or maybe as a desert experience. Ngayon po, iba po ang biyahe naman natin. Hindi muna po tayo babiyahe patungo sa isang disyerto. No? Mainit po doon. No? Babiyahe po tayo ngayon pabundok. Gusto ko lang pong matanong, meron po ba ditong mga mahilig mamundok? O meron po bang kauuwi lang po galing sa pamumundok? Meron po ba? Huwag po kayo mahiya. Taas nyo nga po ang inyong mga kamay. No? Meron po ba? No? May mga ilan-ilan. Okay. No? I think more than a hobby, perhaps you find consolation when you trek or when you walk along a mountain. Sa bundok, marahil sa inyo pong mga nakaranas, sa ating pong mga nakaranas nito, may magandang overall view kung ano ang mayroon sa baba from the point of view of us on top of it. Marahil malamig, Instagrammable ang mga lugar kung kukunan ng picture, and if it so happened, marahil it's also a feeling na malayo sa kalakalanan ng urban city or urban setup. Malayo sa trabaho, malayo sa mga nanggugulo sa inyo, at marami pang iba. And to the mountain climbers here or hikers, you may have your own reason. Why would you drop everything or maybe buy anything to really experience a good mountain climbing activity? I asked some friends whom I regularly see going on a mountain trip. At ang tanong ko, ano ang nangyayari naman sa kalooban ninyo? Bakit ninyo minamahal ang umakyat sa bundok? They would tell me, mountain trips would give them inner strength, resilience, enjoying solitude, and at least the serenity of nature. Some would even say that mountain trips are peaceful trips. And sometimes when you're on top of a mountain, there is peace in that place. If you were able to listen attentively to the readings of today, the setting of both first reading and our gospel happen on a height or on a mountain. Heights and mountains would always be an important setting or a favorite place of the Lord to encounter someone, to encounter a person. Madalas po nating maririnig sa ating mabuting balita na si Jesus ay pumupunta sa bundok o tinatawag na sa ilang para makipag-usap sa kanyang ama. We go back to Old Testament stories. We would hear God talking and giving His commands to a person or to a people on a mountain. But what would mountains or heights be of help as we continue our Lenten journey? If at the desert, we were asked, or maybe we are asked, to learn and make our hearts strong as we face temptations, as we face life, then from the experience of Abraham, of Jesus and Peter, James, and John, mountains and heights can be a place where we can be with God again and listen to hear God, the Lord, once again reminding us of our purpose, of our life, God's plans for us, and His mission for us. Sa bundok, gusto tayong buhayin ng Diyos. At sa bundok, gusto tayong palakasin ng Diyos. And it is our prayer that this Lenten season be a pilgrimage towards a mountain. That the whole Lenten season be mountain itself for us. Be a moment for us to retire from the busy world and go up to the mountain, and be with God again. Your mountain could be this cathedral or your favorite place of prayer. Your mountain could be your home. A mountain could be a friend, no? Hindi ibig sabihin mukha siyang bundok. Pero siya yung taong may kapayapaan ka, tahanan mo ang taong iyon. Your mountain could be your place of relaxation, where you can just eat, pray, and retire after everything. And what can possibly happen there? Yung sanang marinig natin ang Diyos na pinapaalalahanan tayo ng ating silbi. Yung boses ng Diyos na nagpapaalaala ng kanyang plano para sa atin. Yung boses ng Diyos na nagpapaalala ng kanyang pangarap at marahil yung mga dapat nating haraping realidad sa buhay na ito. At sa huli, kung nasaan mang mga bundok tayo na alam natin na doon ko nalalaman, nararamdaman ang Diyos, doon ko nararamdaman at pinapaalala sa akin na labis akong minamahal ng Diyos. Go up the mountain. Hear your Father telling you your purpose and that you are His beloved. On the mountain, the Lord gave His plans to Abraham as the father of faith and as the father of the many nations. At Mount Tabor, we heard how the voice from heaven broke out and declared, "This is my beloved Son, listen to Him." On this mountain that we call Lent, at baka po ang buong buhay natin, ang buong buhay na ito ay bundok na para sa atin. Sana po maging malinaw yung boses ng Diyos na panig sa atin, na para sa atin, nakakampi natin, as what St. Paul said in our second reading. That voice that will remind you of your worth, that voice who will remind you and will tell you that God has a lot of beautiful plans for you. That voice that will tell you, you are also a beloved son. You are also a beloved daughter. Today is the 35th anniversary of EDSA Revolution. The unbloody and, if I can say, a very godly revolution. Meron na po bang mga nasa EDSA noon na naririto po ngayon sa katedral at kasama po namin ngayon? No? Baka magkabukingan tayo ng edad. Sa mga nasa EDSA po nung panahon na iyon, marahil kinilala po nila yung lugar na iyon bilang bundok. EDSA as a mountain, not only as a place to gather and fight for our dignity as Filipinos, But EDSA became a place where they again heard the Lord reminding each and every Filipino until now, take note, until now, you are not for pain. You are not for strong and selfish politicians. You are not for suppression. But in this place called EDSA, this EDSA that is also a mountain where God can also be heard, you are for freedom. You are for good governance. You are for peace. My dear brothers and sisters, again and again, go up the mountain. Find your mountain. Or maybe find out who, what, and where is your mountain. From the mountain, hear your Father telling you again your purpose and that you are a beloved son and daughter of God. Hear God telling you His plans. Hear God teaching you once again so that as we go down from the mountain and face the giants down the mountains, we shall face it with grace. We shall face reality with faith. We shall embrace the cross with courage.